Wow. Can you believe it's week 9? Oh my God. Well, you guys were great. There's not going to be an announcement for week 10. So this is probably the last time I get to talk with you. Thank you, by the way, for helping create this class as wonderfully as it unfolded, as awesome as this class was. Um, I take I take responsibility for it, and I know I didn't do it myself. So thank you very much. I'll try to keep my comments brief. There's a lot of work to do. So this week we've got this enormous paper. It's if I recall correctly, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of like 17 to 20 pages. But as I put in the announcement, if you copy and paste the rubric, I mean, you may have to strip it of the formatting. By the way, an easy trick to do that is to paste it into Notepad, and that'll take the formatting away. But if you take the rubric and use that as headers and subheaders, um, that'll go a long way in helping you create the kind of paper that you need to create. And of course, there's 3 assignments that are due for week 10. So I hope you're not behind on anything because there's a lot being expected as we close out. So let me move on to my week 9 video comments. So one thing I would ask you to consider is how many exit scenarios can you think of? You know, I personally, I was dismayed that we didn't have any exit scenarios in the business plan already. Anybody who writes a business plan who does not include exit scenarios is not doing a complete job. But be that as it may, how many seek to be sensitive to the needs of the employees? How many of those exit scenarios? So let's not be that guy. Let's let let us lead by example and whatever exit scenarios we create them with the moral fiber and backbone to be sensitive to the needs of the employees. From one perspective, a most positive expression of exit to be constructed might include unionizing all employees, creating a corporate constitution that somehow is able to maintain the company as a standalone. You know, unless extraordinary conditions prevail upon the employees to vote to move otherwise. I mean, there actually are some biopharma companies out there that are doing very related work and they are about our size and we could be a good fit. Okay. But rather than just try to push 2 companies together, you know, deeper plans could be laid, field trips between employees back and forth and all that. Review all benefits, compensation, and education with an upgrade in all areas, merit based. Establishing a prudent reserve from which, over time, interest funds a foundation in support of the various causes established by frontline employees. And what else? And so there's lots of consideration we could bring to bear on exit scenarios. The other item I wanted to mention, and I'm going to use an axiom as an example to something I feel needs to be said here. So, bear me out. It's easy to be committed when it's easy to be committed. Damn difficult to be committed when it's damn difficult to be committed. Now, the axiom, I could have substituted the word responsibility for commitment. There's any number of adverbs like that where you could substitute it out. But the basic dynamic, the point is that it is in fact where the rubber meets the road when things really start to matter, you know? So I say that to say this. Now let's bring things back to the course. There is a distinction on organizational change, and I consider it to be immensely powerful to understand. If you are in or close to the C-suite, you have a seat at the table, as they say, and you have a voice. These people may or may not have taken such coursework. Being several rungs down the ladder, perhaps all the way down to the bottom, finds you with an extremely limited voice at best. Here is where the further away, in other words, the further away you get from the C-suite, the more it becomes difference making to be heard at all. And so, if you can be heard at all, managerial organizational change all of a sudden matters, even in the trenches, even frontline employees, if they can be heard at all. So it's kind of like, we have a presidential campaign going on. People going, well, I can't change the country. Yeah, but you have a vote. Be a citizen. Exercise your right to vote. That's, if you don't know who's running, get informed. I mean, it's not rocket science, but I'll tell you what, it makes a world of difference. Anyway, that's enough out of me. Thank you again for a magnificent class. I appreciate all of you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. That's what I'm here for.